It happens every single year. You walk out to your backyard in mid-August with your morning coffee, you look around and you just want to sigh. The lush, beautiful garden you had in June, it's gone. Right now, everything looks crispy, tired, melted, and, let's be honest, kind of dead. The intense American summer heat waves and humidity have officially taken their toll. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Your garden doesn't have to look like a desert in August. You don't need a green thumb, and you definitely don't need to spend 3 hours a day watering. You just have the wrong plants. Today, we are looking at 13 incredible perennial flowers that actually love the late summer heat. While your other plants are throwing in the towel, these guys are just getting their party started. They're going to bring massive color, fresh life, and tons of hummingbirds back to your yard, right when you need it most. And make sure you wait for number 13 because it's a plant that actually thrives on neglect and looks like a tropical paradise, even if it hasn't rained in weeks. Category A, the heat-proof color explosions. Let's start with the heavy hitters. These are the perennials that look at a 95-degree day in July or August and say, is that all you've got? Number 1, Helenium, often called Sneezeweed. Don't worry about the common name. It won't actually make your allergies flare up. If you live anywhere in the Midwest or the East Coast, this native plant is a must-have for August. Growing beautifully in USDA zones 3 through 8, Helenium fires up right around late July and explodes in August with these gorgeous, warm, daisy-like flowers in shades of deep red, bright orange, and golden yellow. They look like little drops of autumn sunshine. They love baking sun, handle heavy soil pretty well, and they will keep pumping out blooms for weeks without you doing a thing. Number 2, Phlox, specifically tall garden phlox, Phlox paniculata. This is an absolute classic in American backyards, from New England down to the Carolinas, zones 4 to 8. If you want massive clusters of color that smell amazing, this is your plant. In August, they produce big basketball-shaped clusters of flowers in bright pinks, deep purples, and clean whites. Now, a quick tip. Old school phlox used to get a white powdery fungus on the leaves in late summer. To avoid that, just look for modern, disease-resistant varieties at your local garden center, like the Gina or the Luminary series. They stay clean, green, and gorgeous all month long. Number 3, Hibiscus, specifically hardy hibiscus. A lot of people think you can only grow hibiscus if you live in Florida or Hawaii. But hardy hibiscus is built for the cold winters of Ohio, Chicago, and New York, all the way down to the hot south, zones 4 to 9. These plants stay completely dormant in spring. Seriously, they don't even wake up until June. But come August, they explode. We are talking about dinner plate-sized flowers that look totally tropical, but can survive sub-zero winters. They love wet spots, so if you have a low area in your yard where water sits, plant this there and get ready for a spectacular August show. Category B, the tough-as-nails native powerhouses. Next up, let's talk about our local heroes. Native American prairie plants are naturally coded to handle late summer because their roots go incredibly deep into the ground to find water. Number 4, Liatris, commonly known as blazing star, Liatris spicata. Found naturally in prairies across the eastern U.S., zones 3 to 9, Liatris is a total showstopper. Instead of blooming from the bottom up like most flowers, these unique purple or white spikes bloom from the top down. They look like fuzzy purple feathers sticking out of the ground. They give your garden excellent vertical structure. They love full sun, and bees and butterflies will practically line up to visit them in August. Number 5, Solidago or Goldenrod. Okay, we need to clear up a massive myth right now. A lot of Americans see goldenrod blooming in August and think it's giving them hay fever. It's not. The real culprit is ragweed, which blooms at the exact same time but has tiny, invisible flowers. Goldenrod has heavy pollen that doesn't fly in the air. Growing in zones 3 to 9, varieties like Fireworks produce these stunning, cascading sprays of electric yellow that look exactly like a firework explosion. It adds incredible texture and pops beautifully against late summer purple flowers. Number 6, Pye Weed, Eutrochium purpureum. If you have a big blank spot along a fence or in the back of a garden bed, you need Pye Weed. This is a massive native perennial that can easily grow 5 to 7 feet tall in zones 4 to 9. In August, the tops of these giant stems get covered in huge, fluffy domes of vanilla-scented pinkish-purple flowers. It is an absolute magnet for swallowtail butterflies. It likes full sun to partial shade and doesn't care if your soil is a bit damp. Category C, the late summer showstoppers. Hey, really quick, if you're tired of looking at a crispy yard every August, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know in the comments what state you're watching from so we can see where our late summer gardeners are. Let's move into our third group, the plants that bring refined, stunning visual contrast to your August landscape. Number 7, Chelone, also known as Turtlehead, Chelone lyonii. This is one of my personal favorites for shady or partly shaded yards across zones 4 to 8. Why is it called Turtlehead? Because the flowers literally look like tiny pink turtle heads popping out of the stems. They start blooming right in August when other shade plants like hostas are totally done. It adds a wonderful pop of bright pink to darker corners of your yard and loves rich, moist soil. Number 8, Lobelia, specifically cardinal flower, Lobelia cardinalis. If you want the purest, most intense red color possible in nature, you need the cardinal flower. Native to almost every state in the U.S., zones 3 to 9, this plant sends up spikes of deep, true red flowers in August. It grows naturally near streams and woods, so it loves a damp spot with partial shade. If you plant this where you can see it from your window, I promise you will see hummingbirds fighting over it all month long. Number 9, Caryopteris or Bluebeard, Caryopteris X clandinensis. True blue is a very hard color to find in the garden, especially in August. But Bluebeard, hardy in zones 5 to 9, is a small shrub-like perennial that covers itself in a haze of bright, electric blue flowers right in the middle of the summer slump. The foliage has a nice, clean herbal scent that keeps deer and rabbits far away. It loves hot, dry sun and well-drained soil. Category D, the low-maintenance survivors. Finally, let's wrap up with the ultimate survivors. These are the plants for the busy homeowner who just wants color without doing any yard work. Number 10, Aster, specifically New England asters, Symphyotricum novae Angliae. Asters are the grand finale of the American gardening year, thriving in zones 3 to 8. They spend the whole summer looking like a tidy green bush, but come August and September, they open up into a solid wall of purple, pink, or blue daisy-like flowers. They provide crucial late-season food for monarch butterflies on their long migration down to Mexico. Number 11, Anemone, or Japanese anemones, Anemone X hybrida. If you want something elegant and graceful, Japanese anemones are perfect for zones 4 to 8. They send up tall, slender, wire-like stems that hold beautiful pink or white flowers that dance in the late summer breeze. They do fantastic in partial shade and add a light, airy feeling to a garden that might otherwise look heavy and tired in August. Number 12, Eupatorium chocolate, Ageratina altissima chocolate. This is a variety of snakeroot that gives you amazing contrast. All spring and summer, it features deep, dark purple chocolate-colored leaves. Then, right in August, the top of the dark plant gets covered in clusters of bright, fuzzy white flowers. The contrast between the bright white blooms and the dark chocolate leaves is absolutely stunning and looks incredibly modern. It loves partial shade and grows easily in zones 4 to 8. Number 13, Sedum neon, Hylotelephium spectabile. And here is the plant we talked about at the start. If you want something you can literally plant, never water, and enjoy every single August, this is it. Thriving in zones 3 to 9, neon sedum is a succulent type perennial. It stores water in its thick leaves, so it doesn't care if August is completely dry. Right when the heat is at its worst, it opens up these flat, massive clusters of electric, vibrant pink flowers that can be seen from down the street. It's tough, it's bright, and it's completely bulletproof. Now, here is the real secret to keeping your garden looking alive during the August slump. It's not just about buying these plants, it's about how you plant them. When you design your garden beds, You don't want all your spring bloomers in one spot and your summer bloomers in another. The trick is to intermingle them. Plant your early spring peonies and iris right next to your August blooming asters, phlox, and sedum. That way, when the spring plants fade out, the summer plants grow up right over them and take over the spotlight. Your garden keeps passing the baton from month to month, and you never end up with a giant brown dead zone. Here at Perennial Garden, that's exactly what we want to help you do. Design a yard that looks spectacular all 12 months of the year without taking over your life. If you want more easy, practical tips on plants that actually grow well in your specific region, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the bell so you never miss our weekly yard tours and guides. So, let me know down in the comments. Does your yard currently have that mid-August sadness? Or do you already grow some of these heat-loving champions? Tell me your USDA zone and your favorite late summer flower. I try to hop down there and answer as many questions as possible to help you guys out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Go grab a cold drink, take a look at your yard, and start planning for a gorgeous August next year. I'll see you in the next video.